Oh, well,
I cannot see myself.
I know, I can't walk around and show you and show everything. You do have to see afterwards. It can hear you though. I am telling you, it hears everything you say. Have a seat.
What?
Jeremiah, if you pop up, I'm not going to be happy about it.
Ooh, you have to go again.
Michaela, you realize that it can hear you better than I can hear you, and next time I watch that video, exactly what you just said is what I'm going to hear, but in full volume.
I said.
I heard you already. Okay. Alright, sit down. Sit down. Otherwise I have to do it a different way so you can't see it. I like that I have whole body listeners. We said if we came to the rug like the way you did, we were going to have a +8. Right now, I'm already thinking you're doing such a great job, we might even be able to make it higher. Aaron, quickly, and then I want to move on.
Do I have another check?
There's 2 checks. You have 1 purple check and you have 1 green check. Alright, now let's move on. I like how quietly everyone came to the rug. I think every table got a table point for that. That was an amazing job. Hey, Elena, fix it. Okay. Yesterday, this is what... Remember, we're trying to make this higher. The higher we get this, yesterday we had a 10. I don't know if we could beat that. We might be able to, but that would be amazing. I want to remind us how to play this game and also about place value. Ferris, were you here yesterday? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so Paris was in here yesterday, so we do need to review this for Paris. What we talked about yesterday, Paris, was that money has something called place value. And when we talk about place value with money, there's the dollar sign, there's the space where we put the dollars, and then there's the period, and then there's a space where we put the cents. And with the place where we put the cents, if we're talking about this spot, this is where we put the pennies. As long as we don't have too many pennies. We can also call this, what was the really big word? No, what was the really big word? What was the big word?
Hundredths.
Hundredths. Thank you for raising your hand. I appreciate that Kaylana raised her hand and she waited until she was called on. Alright, so we said that the pennies can also be called the hundredths place because there are 100 pennies in a dollar. Paris, how many pennies are in a dollar? What? 100 pennies in a dollar. There are 100 pennies in a dollar. Remember that. The next spot, what is the name of the next place? Michaela, when I asked you to sit in the back row, it was actually behind Norcy. And I'm noticing that you're talking right now. So maybe if you sat behind Rokia with the chair, maybe that would be a better choice. Can you try that? Pick up the chair. I don't want it leaning against the heater thing. Wait a moment. Michaela, stand up. Move the chair, please. You guys are doing an amazing job, though. I want to see if we can remember the rest of these words. Jada, you look like you wanted to share with me what goes here. What goes here? There's a cheat sheet right there. There's a cheat sheet right there.
What?
If pennies go here, what goes here?
The what?
Dime.
What goes there? Dimes. Dimes. I know you're excited, and you will get to raise your hand. You will get called on if we're sitting quietly. Dimes. Now, dimes has a really, really tricky name. Also, Paris, this is the important part. If I can put my pennies here when ready money and my dimes here, as long as I don't have too many again, Paris, then there's also a special word for this place value. What's the name of that place value, Aaron? Starts with a t. How many dimes are in a dollar? There are 10, so this special place value is called the...
Tenths.
The what?
Tenths.
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 Very good.
There's one called.
Tenths.
Tenths.
Now what I want to remind everyone is that the tenths place, this has a TH, and this is kind of sneaky because just like we talked about yesterday, the regular tens place doesn't have a TH. This is the regular tens place. Oh, whoops.
It has.
I'm going to skip one place, okay? Tens place. The tens doesn't have a TH. And this is the place that we always talk about. The tens, we call this the $10 place. If I have a $10 bill, I'm going to put it there. I don't want you to call out. I love that you raised your hand and you tried to fix it, though. I love that Jeremiah B tried to fix it. I love it so much, and this is how much I loved it. Nice, he tried to fix it. Okay, where was I? I need somebody who can tell me the name of this place. Norris, what's the name of this place?
The dollars?
The dollars, yep, the $1 place. And the $1 place, what's the math word for the $1 place? What's the math word? Math word for the $1 place? The ones place. Plain old ones. You're only going to see a TH if it comes after a decimal. Right? So this side of the decimal is going to have a TH. And this side won't have a TH. Paris, you got it? This side has a TH, this side doesn't. Got it?
This side has dollars.
Actually, it's THS.
This side has dollars.
Dollars? Well, dollars. All right. We are missing one last one. This spot. We've already got the tens, the ones, the tenths, the hundredths.
I know.
I'm missing one last spot. Kaya.
Hundred.
Hundreds. Say it again. Hundreds, because this side just has a plain old S. Hundreds. So this would be like $100.
Oh my gosh, Jeremiah.
All right, let me see who's still with me. Who's still with me? Who's still with me, sir? Who's still with me?
Ow.
What are you thinking? I see a lot of good thinking going on in here, and I see that Ediana has something going on in her mind. What's going on in your mind? What do you notice?
That if you put the 100 with the $10 and the $1, that is
Oh, well, I didn't put any. Oh, if you added up this, is that what you were thinking? She's thinking if I added up $100 plus $10 plus $1. She's thinking if I added all that up. Now we remember that when we're adding, we go straight down. I'm going to do this really fast. 0 plus 0 plus 0 equals?
0.
0 plus 0 plus 0 equals?
0.
I want you to notice something. I did something special with the decimal. I lined up the decimal so that it's in exactly the same place on all of them, and that's because we're going to take a different color. But we're going to show you something. We go straight down with the decimal, and we bring them straight down to here. That decimal has to follow its way down, and it must stay in the same spot. 0 plus 0 plus 1?
1.
0 plus 1?
1.
And 1 plus nothing?
1.
All right.
111.
Ediana, what's that number?
$111.
$111.00. The and only goes at the decimal. All right. Last comment, then we need to move on. Yes.
Decimal. When there's the 100,
Mm-hmm.
there's a D, but when there's 100, there's
Oh,
no D because it's all red.
You know, I forgot the D. That's my fault. This is what happens when you have a teacher who messes up with spelling sometimes. But you know what? She has a good point. And what that tells me is that she was paying attention. So Phoebe, there is a DTH, right? DTHS. Okay.
Jeremiah.
This is a moment where sometimes I would pull out a book and I would check it. I know those words are tricky to say. Okay, time for us to move on. We're going to review how to play this game. The way we play this game, I have to erase this so we can see it. Moving this game. Okay. I have the card, $1.04. Can you hold this so you know what it looks like? All right, she has the card. She hasn't seen them before. The card that she's holding looks like this: $1.04. I'm going to ask Paris a question. Nobody else. So nobody else tell Paris the answer. Paris, what number is underlined? The 0 is underlined. All right, the 0 is underlined. Now, Paris, this is where it gets really important. We have $1.04 up here. That would be $1.04. cents. The 0 is underlined. What is the name on this chart of that place? On this chart, what is that word that I just circled?
Dimes.
Dimes. The dimes is that place that's underlined. So what we're going to do over here on our chart is we are going to write that 0 right where it goes. The thing is we have to change this number because we're going to keep this number. So let's see, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 numbers. We're going to keep this number. So what's that number? 0. And everybody else turns into a 0. So the 4 goes away and turns into what, Paris?
0.
The 1 goes away and turns into what, Rokia? So I have a question. How much money is that? Oh, all right, and 3, and 2, and 1. Aaron, how much money is this?
Well.
How much money? $0. And 0. Voices and a 0? Thank you for fixing it. Okay. Now we said what we have to do over here, Paris, is we have to write this new number, right? Over here. And in this place value, what we need to do is we need to write the name of that place value. What's the name of that place value that we underline? We call that place value the dimes place. So the word
is done.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Johan.
Johan, sit down, please.
Ow.
Sit down. Sit down. So what we're going to do is we're going to write the word dimes here. Okay? Because according to this chart, we could call that the dimes place. The other option you have, what we talked about yesterday in class, is that these 2 words, you could write either one on this chart because it's also the tenths place. So you could write dimes or tenths. Say tenths. Everybody, tenths. Hundredths. Don't shout. Hundredths. Much better. Hundreds. Hundredths. Tens. Tenths. And stop.
Why did we do?
And stop.
And
And stop.
It's like a burning pot.
Elena.
Which way is this 8 going? Which way is this 8 going? All right, we're going to do another card. Let's find another card. Let's find, have a seat. Let's find another card. Oh, come on. Wow, there's a lot of cards in here. Okay. Giselle, what does this card say? $7.63. $7.63. Hold that. Have a seat. $7.63. What number is underlined, Paris?
7.
The 7 is underlined. All right. Now what that means is we first need to find out what the place value of that number is. Can you look up here and tell me what the place value of this number 7 is? If I wrote this number, can you see where that decimal is? So watch this. All right, Jada, watch. You have to see where the decimal is. Do you see where the decimal is?
Yes.
Have a seat, girls.
25.
So the 7 goes where? Does the 7 go here?
No.
Oh, Jada, Paris, I need everybody's eyes up here. Aaron, eyes up here. Does the 7 go here?
No.
Somebody.
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
7, watch it. Does this 7 go here?
Yes. No.
Does the 7 go here?
No. Yes.
Right, you're right. It goes here. 7. What number goes here?
6.
What number goes here?
63.
$7.63. What is the name of the place where the 7 is? Jada, what's the name of it?
1.
The ones place. So I could call this the ones place, right?
Under the 1.
I can also call it the. I can also call it the. Ones. Because it's on this side, we don't add a th. Since it's on this side. Okay, only words that are on that side of the decimal. Alright, here we go. Ones. This is called the ones place or the dollars place. Alright, now the next thing is we want to write the value the value of just this number, this 7.
$7.
So what we need to do is when we go down, we're going to erase this so we have some space. When we go down and we change it into that number that we're going to write over there, we're going to have this place value, period, place value, place value. Do we keep this or change it?
Keep it.
We keep it? Why do we keep it?
Because that is the 100.
Because it's the underlined one.
The underlined.
Because that's the underlined number. We keep it.
It's the $1.
Very good,
Keep or
Jeremiah.
change?
Change.
What am I changing it to?
0.
Change to what?
$7.
Let's write this out.
$7.0. Change it to 1. Then you're just doing it.
Okay, so I think we know what we need to do with that one. What we're going to do, oh, perfect timing. Okay, so questions about how this game works. That's nice to see. All right, so what's going to happen is we're going to have our 3 centers. One center is going to start off at the table. One center, where is this?
What about it?
Oh, wait.
Both centers are going to start off at the tables. One center is going to rotate over to the computer to play one of the computer games. One of the money computer games. And then the centers are going to switch. And they're also going to play their games again. All right, I want to see everybody showing me whole body listening. I need to move this a little bit. I need to move this a little bit. Please. Yeah, parents, go ahead. All right, girls have a seat in the right way. I'm looking for a row that's looking the right way. This is the catch. I need to erase this. Paris, are you still looking at this? Are you still looking at this? Are we still looking at this, or can I erase this? All right, can I erase the bottom part? This part? Okay. We're gonna